Hello, this is TTV News broadcast on Tay Ninh Radio television station. Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary of the Party Committee and Chairman of the People Council of Tay Ninh Province, Mr. Nguyễn Tâm, has recently had the meeting and actual expression of COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control in Ben Cau district.
At present, apart from available border stations and checkpoints, Ben Cau district has established 34 groups with many key points for COVID-19 prevention and control on the borderline, with the involvement of hundreds of army forces officers and soldiers. They guard the border posts day and night, promptly prevent illegal entries, while implementing the COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control, ensuring border safety and clean up the area. Currently, Ben Cau district is managing 125 people in 2 isolated areas of the district health center and the duty-free supermarket. Speaking at the working session, Mr. Nguyễn Tâm praised and highly appreciated the sense of responsibility of the party committees at all levels, local authorities, especially the district steering committee for the prevention and control of the COVID-19. The Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee shared with difficulties of the district and asked Ben Cau district to continue to promote a sense of responsibility while implement COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control and strengthen close coordination among forces not subjective in epidemic prevention and control. After the session, Mr. Nguyễn Tâm and the leaders of Ben Cau district conducted an inspection tour to the borderlines of the district to review the prevention and control of the COVID-19 epidemic. In the context that illegal immigration and crime on the borderlines continue to be complicated, raising the risk of disease spreading, Tay Ninh Bodyguard Command has made specific proposals and exchanges with the forces working on the borderlines to enhance the quality of COVID-19 epidemic prevention activities before and after the 2021 Lunar New Year. Tay Ninh Bodyguard Command continues to maintain coordination, ensuring a sufficient standing force to intensify the work of patrolling, preventing and tightening the border. Specifically, the forces have paid special attention to illegal entries, share information with neighboring countries on anti-epidemic measures, agree on measures to prevent and handle arising cases. The border post coordinated with the local authorities, promote propaganda, mobilize people and expatriates to strictly comply with immigration regulations and properly isolate upon entry.
In the morning of January 8, 2021, the Vietnamese government office held an online seminar entitled Sharing Experience and New Policy of Japan to Promote E-Government Toward Digital Government in Hanoi. The seminar was co-chaired by Minister, Chairman of the Vietnamese Government Office Mai Tiến Dũng, and Japanese Ambassador to Vietnam Takiro Yamada.
At Tay Ninh Report, attending the seminar, there were Mr. Trang Bang, Chief of Office of the Provincial People's Committee, leaders of provincial departments, agencies, and representatives of the specialized divisions of the Department of Information and Communications, the Provincial Public Administration Service Center, and leaders of district towns and Tay Ninh City. Addressing the seminar, Mr. Mai Tiến Dũng emphasized that it's the third event of this kind and part of Japan's activity to support Vietnam in building a government under the Memorandum of Understanding signed in 2019. According to the minister, the use of information technology, artificial intelligence, and digital technologies towards the digital economy and the digital society is an inevitable trend that is taking place strongly in most countries. This is also a very important measure in preventing and fighting against COVID-19 epidemic. At the seminar, delegates listened to the results lessons on administrative procedure reform, e-government development and key tasks in 2021, new policies of Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga to develop digital government, and experience digitizing public services and administrative procedures in Japan, and the topic building policies using artificial intelligence. The People's Committee of Trang Bang just held a meeting to deploy the preparations for the third Tourism and Cultural Week to honor the traditional craft of making domestic rice paper in 2021. Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tiến, Director of Tay Ninh Provincial Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, attended the meeting. The third Tourism and Cultural Week will be open at 5 p.m. on January 26 and lasting until the end of February 3, 2021 at Trang Bang Stadium, with the participation of about 300 booths. The festival will take place with many programs, such as the exhibition of specialties made from domestic rice paper, activities of rice paper making of Trang Bang and other regions of the country, culinary space with the theme Delicacies in 3 Regions of Vietnam to introduce the specialties of Tay Ninh and other southern provinces, a consumer shopping stimulus program, and golden hour of brands. On February 7, 2021, at Fuji Border Guard Station, Secretary of Trang Bang Party Committee Trương Nhật Quang and Chairman of the Thao People's Committee Trần Anh Minh, together with the leaders representing the Thao departments, had just handed material items to officers and soldiers at anti-epidemic posts in the border areas. This time, the delegation donated 50 blankets with a total value of more than 10 million Vietnam dong, supported by sponsors under the mobilization of the Thao leaders. Earlier, Trang Bang also installed and put into use 2 mobile container houses at 2 stations in the area in order to create favorable working and living conditions for the forces participating in the prevention and control of COVID-19 epidemic.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2020, Vietnam maintained a fairly good growth rate while the world's economic was sluggish due to the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. According to prestigious organizations in the world, Vietnam's GRDP growth in 2020 is among the highest in the world. Meanwhile, the GRDP of Tay Ninh Province in 2020 was higher than the national average. This shows the rapid, flexible, creative and effective management of the Party Committee, the People Council and the People Committee of Tay Ninh Province amid the complicated development of COVID-19 pandemic.
Under new normal conditions, while preventing and controlling the epidemic and developing business production, Tay Ninh Province has promptly taken measures to remove difficulties so that the locals and businesses can stabilize their production and business. The province's economy has been gradually recovering, with the growth rate of 3.1% in the first 6 months of 2020, and the whole year rate is at 3.9%. The state budget revenue has reached the plan, of which the domestic revenues of the province increased 12% compared with the same period. The disbursement of capital has positive changes, greatly improved in comparison with the previous year. The socialization of healthcare achieved many positive results. 2 private hospitals have been completed and put into operation, including Trang Asia Hospital and Hồng Hưng Hospital. The rate of poor households has been reduced, reaching the goals of the resolution. The province has been performing quite well in disease prevention and control, strictly controlling the border and implementing 100% isolation of all entries at the border gates. Up to now, the province is still proactively and well controlling the epidemic, completely preventing the spread of disease in the community. Our province has been successfully realizing the dual goals of drastically preventing and controlling the spread of COVID-19 pandemic and focusing in socioeconomic recovery and development. It can be seen that in 2020, although the economic development rate doesn't reach the planned rate of 8%, the increase of 3.9% in the epidemic situation shows that Tay Ninh effectively performed the dual tasks of socioeconomic development and COVID-19 epidemic prevention and control. This is a solid premise for the socioeconomic development of the year 2021 and the period of 2021 and 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.